All right, picture this. You're sitting at your desk, the clock is ticking, and somehow it's the loudest sound in the entire world. You studied for this. I mean, you really studied. You know this stuff. But then you look down at the exam and poof, it's all just gone. It's a feeling so many of us know all too well. So let's get into it.
You stare at that first question, the one you could have answered in your sleep last night, and there's just nothing. A complete and total blank. It feels like a door just slammed shut right in the middle of your brain.
And then you feel it, right? That thumping in your chest. And it's getting faster and faster. Your palms start to get all sweaty. It seriously feels like you just ran a marathon. But you're just sitting there, completely still.
And suddenly, it's like all the air has been sucked out of the room. You try to take a deep breath, but it just doesn't feel like enough. You feel trapped, completely overwhelmed, and just powerless.
So what is this whole experience? Well, it has a name, exam fear. And here's the thing you have to get. It's the feeling that you are in actual danger, even when you're totally 100% safe. It doesn't matter how much you studied. When exam fear hits, it takes over.
So what is actually going on here? Look, the most important thing to know is that this is not you failing. This isn't a you problem, it's a brain problem. It all comes down to a little bit of biology.
See, your brain, in its attempt to keep you safe, has made a huge mistake. It's looked at that piece of paper and has decided it's not an academic challenge. No, it's a genuine survival threat, like a tiger just walked into the room. And that triggers your ancient and very powerful fight or flight response.
Think of it like this. You've got two parts of your brain at war. On one side, you have your thinking brain. That's the prefrontal cortex. It's where all that logic, problem solving, and all the stuff you studied is stored. But on the other side, you've got the survival brain, the amygdala. And when it senses a threat, it completely hijacks the system. It floods you with stress hormones and basically shuts down the thinking part. That's why you literally can't access your memories. Your survival brain has taken the wheel.
Okay, so if your brain is the one causing the problem, how do you get back in control? Well, here's the secret. You can't think your way out of it. You have to use simple, physical techniques to send a message to your brain that says, hey, we're safe. So here it is, your in-the-moment toolkit.
First up, you've got to break that anxiety spiral. And the best way to do that is to get out of your head and get into the physical room. You're going to anchor yourself. So silently, just to yourself, name 5 things you can see. Could be your pen, the clock, a crack in the ceiling, whatever. Then 4 things you can physically feel, like your feet on the floor or the wood of the desk. And finally, 3 things you can hear. This works because it pulls your thinking brain back into the driver's seat by giving it a really simple, concrete job.
Next, we're going to send a direct signal to that survival brain. This is called 4-7-8 breathing. It's super simple. You inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Then you hold it for 7 seconds. And then, this is the most important part, you exhale slowly through your mouth for a full 8 seconds. That long exhale is basically a physiological off switch for panic. It tells your entire nervous system that the threat is gone. It's like a reset button.
And finally, the perfect antidote to feeling totally overwhelmed is to build a little momentum. So stop looking at the whole exam. That's what started this whole mess. Instead, scan the pages and find the one question, just one, that you are absolutely positively sure you know the answer to. I don't care if it's the easiest question on the whole test. The only thing that matters is finding that one small win.
This right here is how you break the cycle. See, your goal in this moment is not to finish the exam. It's not even to answer the first page. Your one and only goal is to answer one single question. That's it. That small victory is enough to prove to your brain that you're not in danger, and it creates this amazing cascade of confidence that brings your thinking brain right back online.
You know, using these tools isn't about pretending the fear isn't there. It's about looking it in the eye and skillfully taking back the controls. It's all about shifting yourself from that state of pure panic to a state of calm focus, one little step at a time.
And this really gets to the heart of it. Exam fear feels so real, so powerful, but it is a feeling. It is not a fact. The fact is, you did the work. You are prepared for this. You are so capable. Your only job in that moment is to create the right conditions for your brain to prove it.
So let's just recap your action plan. When you feel that panic start to creep in, number 1, anchor yourself in the room using your senses. Number 2, reset your nervous system with that 4-7-8 breath. And number 3, find just one question and start right there. And finally, please remember this. Your performance on any single day does not define who you are or how smart you are or what you're worth. An exam is one moment in time. You are, and you will always be, so much more than a grade. You've got this.